Hello and welcome back to Tsukihime. My name is Mimi Dennis, and last time we did a whole bunch of stuff on the good route where nobody actually dies. Yeah, so we got all the way up back until we fought with Ciel. And in the epic fight with Ciel, we have a lot of bad endings where she ended up killing us several times. We end up killing each other, and yeah, it was kind of bad. But we had to actually go on the main timeline where no one dies, and there we kind of accept her death. We tell Ciel it's okay to kill us because we've accepted it. Even if this you is fake, you've given me so many good memories that I don't regret anything. And as Shiki says that, Ciel kind of breaks down. She can't bring herself to kill Shiki. She feels that it's really unfair that Shiki can still not hate her, even though he's a complete victim in all this. And yeah, we're kind of up to this scene now. I've pretty much tackled every option on the flowchart that I can think of at the moment. So yeah, I mentioned this last time, but it seems like we're probably nearing the end of the game, seeing how we're on day 13. Well, Moon Princess was one event on day 14, and we're probably almost there since we just had a big encounter. But there is still one thing we have to figure out. I think Arco just left, so I don't know if she's coming back in this ending, since this is Ciel's route. But we also have the thing with Noel, so I'm pretty sure she's gonna pop up sometime soon. But yeah, enough chit chat. Let's continue on. She collapses into my chest and cries into my shirt. It was kind of a dick move to end here last time, but it just felt a little bit right for me. Over and over, she repeats these words. Who'd have thought? It was a cold, unfeeling Ciel who was a fake. Now, finally, I've met the real one. It hasn't been even an hour since I've dialed her number, but feels like I've been waiting for her forever. Aww. I wrapped an arm around her, simply wanting to hold her. Her voice is like a taut bowstring, finally snapping. At last, she collects herself enough to stop crying. A dull thumping pounds in my ears. Our two heartbeats seem to merge into one. It's so quiet, but there is no need for words. It's enough to stay like this, listening to the beating of her heart. I had only one other desire. Perhaps the smallest thing I could possibly wish for. I just wanted Ciel to remain the person I loved. Oh right, something else we have to figure out. One other thing we have to figure out is, what are we gonna do with Shiki? Because I kind of get that Shiki has kind of like solidified his identity a little bit, accepted it, and kind of rejected Ro's urges to kill Ciel. But the thing is, right, it still doesn't solve the problem. Ro is still in there, and he's still gonna take over. It's only a matter of time. I don't really know how they're gonna resolve that, to be honest.
違います。あったかいのはトーノくんの方で、私は嫌になるぐらい冷たい人間です。こんなに優しい人にひどいことをしました。
Yeah, you killed me like 2 times. Arkwood never killed me. I'm kind of surprised, actually. No, Ciel. I'm not as kind as you think. Even now, all I want is to feel you. I want to forget all about the rest of the world and stay here forever with you all to myself.
いいです。俺はまだ生きているんだから、それでいいんです。もう、こうしていられるなら、それでいいんだ。
Once long ago, I nearly died, and I woke to a world too hideous to bear. A world filled with death, as far as the eye could see, full of fragile things that might break at any moment. But now I know that fragility is what makes life so miraculous. I can feel it now in the warmth of Ciel's touch. It is far more than a dead man like me could ever hope for.
先輩、俺、先輩がすごく大切だ。
トーノくん？
I love her. This girl is more precious to me than my own life. I never want to make her cry again. I want her life to be so full of joy that she'll smile for real.
俺はやっぱり死にたくない。ギリギリまで生きて、こうして先輩と一緒にいたい。 だから。
It's selfish and naive, but I'll say it anyways. To help us both finally wipe our slates clean.
俺はもう逃げない。自分から死のうなんて考えない。だからお願いします先輩。どうか俺がロアに勝てる手助けをしてください。
大きく出ましたね。
Oh, she's back. She's back to senpai.
ロアを倒すではなくロアに勝利するですか。それは今まで誰もできなかったことですよ。
賞賛なしで大口を叩いてるのも承知の上です。でもそうしないともう先輩といられないんだからやるしかないです。
どんな無茶でもですか。
はい。
What are you gonna
俺
make
が
him
死ぬ以
do?
外の手段があるなら今はそれにかけてみたい。ああいえ、そもそも選択肢があるかどうかからですけど。
ありますよ。私にもわからないけどきっとあります。
She steps closer. Her hands squeeze tight around mine.
あなたがロアと戦うというのなら私も諦めません。大丈夫。聖堂教会だって無駄に2000年も続いていません。教会中をひっくり返せばきっと他の手段が見つかるはずです。
Okay, but how much time does Shiki have left? Pretty sure he's on the brink.
まあ遠野くんが私の言うことを何でも聞いてくれるならという条件はつきますが。
No questions asked. That's one of a hell of an asterisk to tack on. No, hug me! Well, whatever. I'm just glad that she's back to her usual self.
何ですかそれ。そんなに無茶なことばっかりなんですか教会って。
まあ時と場合によっては大変な難病ですので患者さんはお医者さんの判断を信じてくれないと話になりません。
Speaking of doctor.
そういうことなら問題ないですね。何があっても先輩が好きですから俺。
Well, now it seems like there are no more secrets. They both know everything about each other. Yeah. I mean, I guess there's no reason to not cooperate anymore.
そうですか。奇遇ですが私も同じですので信頼関係はバッチリですね。
Yeah, team, yeah. Wow. Seeing Ciel blush is cuteness overload. Oh, look at her! I find myself staring intently. In spite of the situation, she's all I can think about. Our faces draw closer. I move my arms up around her slender shoulders.
遠野くん。
Oh, is it the kiss scene?
ごめん先輩。もう我慢の限界だ。
はい。
Her lips seem to draw me in. Oh! Faint resistance quickly melts into hesitant acceptance. Our kiss is shallow, but long, as we're assuring ourselves of each other's affection. You coward! Why didn't you show it?
こんな時なのに男の子なんですね。
You did it with Arcwood, but why didn't you have a CG for that? That was such an important moment! No! Damn. Okay. We only have one thing in mind.
本能に忠実だと言ってください。目の前にこんな可愛い人がいたら誰だってこうします。
Ciel turns a deeper shade of red. She's gonna be purple at this rate. An urge to pull her even closer seizes me, but this time I manage to hold it back. At this rate, we'll be here come dawn.
とにかく先輩が手助けしてくれるなら100人力です。まずは教会に行けばいいんですね。
ええ、本国は無理でもこの国にはいくつかの支部がありますから。でもその前にもっと大きな問題がありました。ロアなんかよりもっと大きな問題が。
Oh, yeah, come on, think of it. They would probably know that Noel has gone crazy because, well, we've kind of seen it. It's been like 2 or 3 days since she's... How long has it been, actually? I actually don't remember. I think it's been 2 days since she's turned into a vampire, and she's caused a lot of damage. So, yeah. Let's hear. It was on day 10, so it's actually been 3 days. So, yeah.
ロアより大きな問題ですか。
いえ、なんでもあり
Don't
ません。
worry about it.
今はここから出ましょう。私のアパートなら少しは遠野くんを楽にしてあげられると思います。
Oh, we're going to her apartment. Okay, never mind. I was sitting still long enough to regain some of my strength. My wounds are closing. The pain is starting to fade. As unsettling as Ro's alterations to my body are, they're more help than a hindrance right now.
はい、そうでした。こちらどうぞ。
Knife?
落とし物ですよ。大事なものなんでしょ。
She produces a metal object, the knife I threw away. A memento for my father, if that means what I think it means. It's all I have left of the person I used to be.
そうですね。ありがとうございます。
I take it from her hand.
さて、あとは地上に戻るだけですか。今の遠野くんなら一人でも瓦礫を登っていけますよね。
Well, we can clearly hear something in the background. What's that? Ciel looks around for where the slopes is gentlest. As I watch her, I hear something.
なんだ
Bing
この音。
bong. Do you hear that? I strain my ears to pick up the distant noise. Uh-oh. Ciel must have caught it too. The ring of bells, falling softly from the sky. I've heard this sound before, from chapel belfries. The clangor of metal striking metal. It's not altogether uncommon to hear, but only on certain days. What on earth is it doing here now? Yeah, it's like in the middle of the night. Christmas is still a long ways off. Ah, there we go. That's the Noel's blade from her dead apostle form. Ciel shoved me aside. An instant later, something gets skewered. Several blades, long and thin as the posts of a wrought iron fence, spear her like needles, pinning a butterfly. Ew.
殺すどころか助けるとか意味わかんない。ルアーに乗り移られた者同士、手を取り合って生きていこうってこと？
Nani? A girly voice echoes across the ruined crater. But I don't see anyone amongst the rubble, which means they must be up. Yes. I look up as I run to Ciel's aid. Yeah, this is I had a revelation when they were like, "Oh, you changed your form," and I was like, "Oh, well, that's what it is." I've seen this this form before in Type Lumina. Once again, I've never actually opened the game, but when the game came out, I saw a lot of stuff about it. I remember this pink character who was apparently named Noel, and I was like, what does this mean? I don't know. I don't understand. Now I get it. And there, silhouetted against the sky.
何それ？美談のつもり？そんな身勝手許されるはずないじゃない。
Is a vampire drenched in gruesome scarlet. I remember I got really confused because there was the normal Noel in her church habit, and then there's this Noel who, I'm gonna be completely honest, just say it, she looks like a lolly. I'm like, what happened? I don't get it. I guess it makes sense now, but I still like, what? Why? Like a butterfly, she perches atop a ruined pillar. She looks like a young girl. Her hair is faded red and her eyes burn crimson. There's no doubt about it. This is a vampire. Like it or not, we're two of a kind, and as such, I can sense how powerful she is. She should be rank 8 now, right? She was rank 2 and she took 6 of the injections. She's rank 6, never mind. A true dead apostle, no longer tied to a sire. A transcendent being, free to create her own minions and raise her own army of dead.
あれ？反応薄くない？タイミング測ったつもりなんだけど、渡したらまた外しちゃったのかな？
Well, now you've really changed. Sad. She muses theatrically to herself as she looks down at us. It sends chills down my spine. Her mouth is set in a smile, but her eyes seethe with murderous intent, promising we won't get our way. Beneath her affected demeanor, she oozes fetid bloodlust from every pore.
まあいっか。
Whatever.
取り乱して悲鳴を上げてもらうのは後のお楽しみにすればいいんだし。それより今はこっちの話よね。
You were supposed to destroy the dark side, not join them.
ほら、早く殺してよ。
Oh,
ド
it's
ア
gonna
に汚染され
be...
た魂は本人の意志が残っていようと例外なく消滅させる。そうでしょ、シエル先輩。
Oh, when she said kill him, I thought she made an army of zombies.
シエル先輩？
She calls her by name? Do they know each other?
その姿、使徒に身を委ねたのですね、ノエル。
ノエルって
Wait.
ノエル先生。
The young girl smiles, but otherwise ignores Ciel. Unthinkable as it is, it must be true. The woman I once knew as Noel now transformed into a vampire.
そう、ノエル先生、ヨシキくん。
Hi Noel sensei, you look awfully different. Feels like I should be teaching you instead of the other way.
見違えてくれた。あなたから見たらまるで別人みたいでしょ。
Yeah, you do.
でもそこの人にしてみれば驚くことでもなんでもないわ。
So in this case, is the BBEG gonna be Dr. Rock in this route? Could still potentially be Roa since that's still not completely solved. I don't think it's gonna be Noel since she's clearly a pawn of Dr. Rock.
この顔は13年前のあの日の14歳の頃の私だもの。
Oh, there are the zombies! A shuffling cacophony closes in around us. Zombies. Not just a handful of them either. There are easily more than 30, crawling down the crater as their bellies like a plague. Wait, on their bellies like a plague of lizards. Did you? I've readied my knife, bracing for the coming assault. The zombies converging on us are freshly turned. These are no leftovers from Roa's stock. She must have made them herself, from the bodies of innocent people.
ノエル、
Oh
あなた
shit!
は
Damn! She got really fucking skewered. With 3 spikes skewing her, Ciel glares at Noel. One through her chest, another through her left arm, and a third through her right thigh, but her voice betrays no hint of pain. As long as Roa exists, she is immortal. And besides, she's burning with rage. Rage at her former comrade in arms, who has joined the very monster she swore to slay, slaughtered the very people she swore to protect.
3日かけて50人近くの兵隊を作ったわ。初めは加減がわからなくて殺しちゃったり壊しちゃったりしたけど、今はこの通り一つの群れの先生役。
50, okay, that's pretty bad.
なってみれば簡単よね。吸血鬼の生活なんて軽く心をいじって抜け殻にしてあげれば、けなげで哀れな働きアリが一匹できるんだもの。しかもギフトのおまけ付き。人間一匹の血を吸うだけで力も寿命も伸びるなんてチートすぎて笑っちゃうわ。
I guess other than Shiki, this is the first time we straight up see someone turn into a vampire instead of start as one. I know we've, seen the other Shiki too, but he was already kind of a vampire. Damn, Noel turned into a vampire. She was like, this is fun. Shiki turns into a vampire. She's like, help me, God, please. The number of zombies is growing by the second. We've been completely surrounded in only a minute or so.
よくわかりました。経緯はどうあれ、あなたは吸血鬼になった。吸血鬼として生き延びるために私を殺しに来たのですね。
Let's yank those out. She doesn't twitch so much as an eyebrow as she yanks the blades out of her chest. Damn, those blades are serrated too in certain areas. That's gotta hurt a lot. I've seen that face enough tonight to know what it means. It's a mask of Executor Ciel, the one she wears when she's on the verge of tears. Their battle is only moments away. No, this won't be a battle. It'll be an extermination. There's clearly no contest between them. Noel's curse envelops her on a scale an ordinary human could only dream of. Her capabilities must be magnified by 10 or 20 times. But Ciel is stronger than 20 Noels, and her 7th holy scripture is optimized for killing vampires. Noel might be ranked 6, as strong as a dead apostle of common stock can get, but if things turn violent, she doesn't stand a chance. Yeah, she's ranked 6, but Ciel's killed like rank 9s before, so I don't really know how she's playing on this like panning out.
まあそうなるわよね。あなたにとって吸血鬼は誰であれ殺すもの。そうでなくちゃ許されない。
So from like context clues, I'm assuming that Ciel and Noel actually grew up in like the same village or something. And well, I guess Noel's parents or family or whatever was just slaughtered by Roa Ciel. How do you call that actually? Whatever, Roa Ciel. And that's why she holds such a big grudge against, well, Roa, and why she's always held this like contempt for Ciel. It's not, I guess it's not just her, whatchamacallit, her inferiority complex towards Ciel because Ciel's so talented, but it's also compounded with that.
でもね、それなら私より先に殺すべき相手がいるんじゃないかしら。
Ciel freezes. Noel doesn't stand a chance in combat. She knows that, so she's trying to crush Ciel's spirit before this can come to blows.
私が吸血鬼かどうかなんて今は些細な問題でしょ？
Yep, it still matters.
ねえシエル先輩、私たちよく語り合いましたよね。この命は復讐のために、ロアを殺すためなら何でもするって。だから見て、私はその誓いを守ったわ。あなたがやってくれないから私は自分からこうなった。一人じゃ何もできない私はロアを殺すために大嫌いな吸血鬼に生まれ変わるしかなかったのよ。
Yeah, we know that's bullshit, but we can't disprove it. You know that she turned into a vampire to survive, not to kill Roa.
私のせい。
そう。
Oh my god,
全
look
部
at
あ
that
な
face.
たのせい。あなたがいつまでもふぬけてるからこうなった。ほら、次はあなたの番よ。早く殺して。そこの坊やをあなたの手で八つ裂きにしてみせて。
In an instant, the tables have turned. Ciel is frozen stiff, her will to fight gone. Her windpipe contracts in shock. I mean, I guess it makes sense. From Noel's POV, it's like, man, we spent all our lives killing vampires, but now, not only are you punishing me for attacking a vampire, you're also not killing this vampire, the biggest one, the biggest bad, and like, what the fuck? She chokes out ragged breaths as her eyes dart between me and Noel. And Ciel also has a huge sense of responsibility, which is why, like, in the first place, she feels incredibly bad for killing, or for attempting to kill Shiki, even though, you know, she was going to do it, but she just couldn't do it under the fact that he's also a non-guilty party. She's very lawful good, it seems. I know she doesn't consider herself that, but she's very lawful good, but also very understanding of, like, who's at fault.
そう。できないの、やっぱり。
Oh,
や
hi,
っぱり
friend.
嘘だったのね。何もかも嘘。あの涙も懺悔も開口もみんな嘘っぱちだった。そんなあなたが私を殺す？恥知らずにも程があるわ。誰よりも薄汚い犬畜生。お前なんかあの時死んでいればよかった。生きていること自体許されるはずがないんだから。
Man, all these pent-up emotions. Her insults fall like a rain of curses. I can't know what kind of past they share, but I won't listen to another word of her vitriol.
何好き勝手言わせてるんですか先輩。あいつは吸血鬼です。周りをよく見てください。
That is a little bit hypocritical of you, Shiki.
トーノくん。
I step in front of Ciel, shielding her from Noel's gaze. With knife raised, I stare up at my foe. My left arm is still a little stiff, but that aside, I feel stronger than ever. I'm hardly proud to admit it, but she's not the only one enjoying the benefits of vampire physiology.
あら、まだ四季くんが残ってるんだ。てっきりロアに飲まれたと思ったのに。けなげに頑張るのね。
Yep, still fighting. It's very difficult, but still fighting.
君には恨みはないし、できるだけ楽に殺してあげようと思っていたんだけど。 気が変わったわ。そいつをかばっただけでイラッときちゃった。あなたにも生き地獄を味わってもらおうかしら。
Man, I felt some pity for like Noel before she turned, but a lot of that is kind of gone with this new dead apostle form. You're pissed off? Well, that makes two of us.
あんたが先輩をよく思っていなかったのも願いやしいことも知っていたけどさ、まさかここまで先輩を怖がってるとは思わなかったよ。
へえ、それどういう意味なのか教えてもらえる？
分かっていることをいちいち聞くな。戦うのが怖いからベラベラ喋って矛先を惑わしやがって。
You weak!
大体あんたの目的は俺だろ。ロアを殺したいんなら俺を狙え。吸血鬼になり下がったあんたに先輩を責める資格はない。
吸血鬼になり下がった私に責める資格はない。
I feel like the voice actress is really good at like changing her intonation from like to basically a younger sounding Noel. But oh man, that right there, I heard a little bit of the old, still bitter Noel. Every hair on my back, every hair on the back of my neck stands bolt straight upright. I sense that I've made a fatal misstep. The girl's mouth twists in a full-faced leer, like a devil's grin as his trap snaps shut.
ああ、そう。知らないんだ。
Whoa. You hear more like noises in the background. Is she summoning something?
四季君はその女が何をしてきたのか知らないんだ。
What? I guess there are still more secrets. Ciel finally breaks her paralysis with a cry. She looks up Noel as though begging her not to continue. But the vampire only smiles.
なら直接見せてあげる。
Please.
戦うのが怖いなんて笑わせるわ。だって戦う必要なんてないんだもの。
Ah, she's gonna expose the secrets, the deets.
人間を壊すことがどれほど造作もないことか身をもって教えてあげる。
It's kind of funny how she's using psychological warfare when out of all the church people, she probably had the least amount of skills in this category out of all the church people, like Ciel and like Mahoyo.
さあ、私の目の中にいらしてくださる？
It's because of her vampire powers. She's got mystic eyes. Whoa, what kind of mystic eyes are those? I gotta take a look at this. She was the source of the bells? Damn. For a moment, it seems nothing has happened. The attack I fear doesn't manifest. And I wasn't never looking at her to begin with. Whoa, so many flower petals! Her eyes burst into bloom. And just like that, the world goes mad. No. Ah, it's so red! Roses, endless roses as far as the eye can see. A sickly aroma clogs the air. The crimson sea seems to stretch on forever. And I, an insignificant speck adrift at its depth, am nothing but a pest in the garden.
ようこそ歓迎いたしますわ。
Did she just
名
summon
も
her
知れぬ
reality
お客
marble?
様。これは快楽と背徳の園。
Ah, debauchery, yes, yes, let's
こ
go!
の地上に存在する魔眼の中で最も美しく最も醜悪と謳われたロゼアンの原理結果。
She got... Oh, the injection was a... Oh, right, it was an idea blood. Oh, so she has one now. Shit. So, the Rose Princess, Rose, and... Sure. Petals scatter on the whispering wind. Damn, look at that face now. Because the red really stands out, it looks super evil. The riot of colors smothers my eyeballs. The stench of roses pervades my nose. Boundaries blur and blend. In this frozen world, a bewitching narcotic holds every sense in thrall.
訪れた者には快楽、囚われた者には背徳。遊覧不乱の継ぎはぎモザイク。 一夜ばかりの幻も終わらぬものなら不死の毒。手に手を取って夢の狭間に参りましょう。
Okay, I guess we're in a movie. No! Sensing danger, I try to run, but I lose myself in a storm of petals. It's really loud! My body and mind dissolves in endless roses. They strip away my identity, reduce me to a nameless actor, to be dropped in a page of someone else's story. Oh, there we go. I can hear stuff again. Rather, I hear nothing. Oh god, that was really... Oh god, I kind of hurt my eyes. We still got bells. Chapel bells toll in the winter air. Oh, you were back in France! I look around as I wipe down the outside tables, marveling at how busy the town has gotten. A crowd mills at the doors of the local church. Children from all over town are gathered in the town square, watching a charity performance staged by doll makers and magicians. Okay, so that's... I can't read French. I have no idea what that says. December 24th, 2001, 3 p.m. A bright sunny day. It's only a few hours until Christmas. Soon, the squarefront cafe that doubles as my house will reopen for dinner service. So, cafe... I know Ciel said that her dad was a baker, but could you be a baker for a cafe, or would it be more for a bakery? So maybe this is... Yeah, this is probably Noel's POV then. So, her family ran a cafe, gotcha.
Konnichiwa. お店は準備中?
I spin around, flustered, at the familiar voice. My feet might have actually left the ground for a moment. Shaking my head furiously, I invite him to take a seat.
ああ、メニューはいらないよ。ちょっと寄っただけだから。
He replies breezily in fluent French, or rather Japanese, but you know what I mean, and takes his usual seat overlooking the main street. It's been half a year since he arrived from the east on exchange. He's well-mannered and likable. Often he comes by on weekends to play piano in the cafe lounge. Apparently he came to France to study music, moving to this town on a friend's invitation to avoid paying rent at exorbitant city rates. Those city rates, man, they're not worth it.
君は広場に遊びには行かないのかい?
Me? I'm too old for that. I'm not child, you know. I turned 14 this year.
そういう意味で言ったんじゃないんだけど。ごめん、謝るよ。お詫びに、はい。一日早いけどプレゼント。
So I wonder who this person is supposed to be. They're Japanese. I think Ciel's mom was Japanese, but not her father, so it's not gonna be that. Me? I was gonna say it's maybe potentially Makihisa, because he had to have gone abroad at one point to meet Dr. Rock. I think so. I think. And he's like another relevant, well, I guess male Japanese person we know, but I think he'd be too old at this point, actually. He sounds too young, and Makihisa wouldn't worry about finances. I'm not sure. He pulls carefully a wrapped parcel out of a paper bag. I can already tell what's in it. It's the jewelry I wanted, a silver cross with a bell on it. It's something a real grown-up might wear.
親父さんにはいつもお世話になってるからね。ここと荒れる感がなかったら、僕はとっくに飢えて倒れている。お金はあっても料理ができないのは困りものだ。
I don't know who this is. I mumble my thanks to the ground, too embarrassed to look at his smile. I've been a little slow to mature, so it's hard for me to get along with others my age. But with him, conversation is effortless. His boyish features might help, but more than that, he's the kindest air of anyone in town. Is she gonna end? So I guess this person is his age. Wait, I assumed that this guy was in either his late teens or early 20s, judging from his voice. But I guess they never actually confirmed anything. And now Noel saying it's kind of her age, close to, I guess. So maybe she ends up falling for this person, but they end up becoming a victim of Ciel Roa.
でもアレルカンはここのところ休みが多いよね。
Oh, is Arlecon the bakery that Ciel's parents ran?
せっかくのクリスマスなのに街で一番のパティスリーが閉まっているなんて。
Oh, it is.
ちょっとがっかりだな。
My heart sinks a little at that. Arlequin, at the end of the main street, is one of the oldest shops in town, though it's actually a boulangerie, not a patisserie. The recent range of cakes must have given him the wrong idea. We source biscuits and other confectionaries from them, so they're on good terms with my father. I rarely leave the house, but if I can help it, but I've met their daughter once or twice. She's younger than me, having only just entered a junior high college. Not yet tall. Oh wait, yet tall and lanky with dark hair and endless energy. My polar opposite.
そういえば、アルルカンの娘さんも見かけないな。以前はよく焼きたてのパンをくれたものだけど。
I don't really like her very much. I don't want her to steal my man. She's always chatting with him on the main street, and I don't like that she's taller than me, even though she's way younger.
もっとも、様子がおかしいのはアルルカンだけじゃなくて、街全体の話だけどね。ここのところ物騒な事件も頻発しているし、夜も静かすぎるだろ。よその町に親戚がいるのなら、新年はそっちに行った方がいいと思う。こらそこ、うさんくさい顔しない。こういう時の僕の勘は当たるんだぞ。
Oh, they're only showing his hand. I bet, like, when she comes back, she's gonna only be able to find traces left of his hand or some shit. Oh, that's gonna be dark. He finishes his coffee, excuses himself, and sets off towards the church. With a reminder of the countdown to Christmas, he waves goodbye. Christmas here starts and ends at night. Most people think of the 24th as Christmas Eve, but Christmas really goes from that evening to the night of the 25th. Once the sun goes down, customers will start pouring in. I watch, a little wistfully, as he weaves through the crowd of children in the square. That sight would be my last memory of my hometown as it was. Oh right, things went to— I kind of forgot the exact date, but I guess things went to shit on Christmas. Ooh, that's tragic. After helping open up the cafe, I retreat to my room. I have homework to do, and besides, I don't have any friends to invite me to mass. My absence is sure to spark some gossip, but that's still better than going. When my father asks, I lie and tell him that I have a cold. My room is on the second floor of the shop, and the floor isn't thick enough to keep out the hubbub below. Hubbub. It'll be especially loud tonight since it's Christmas. I slip my earphones in and burrow headfirst into my duvet so I don't have to feel so alone. The hours pass in silence as I lay in the dark. But sleep doesn't come, so eventually I crawl out of bed. I'm curious what's going on inside. Besides, I need to use the bathroom. It's still only 7. The night has just begun. Huh? I cock my head at the odd sight outside the window. The square is brightly lit, but the church is dark. Strange cries rise from the main street, protracted screams unlike anything I've ever heard. Footsteps drum in the distance. The cafe downstairs has gone deathly silent. Oh wow, they literally cut out all the BGM. Still in my PJs, I open the door, make my way through the corridor, and peer down the stairs to the first floor. First, I call for my mother and father, I think. No one answers, not even the customers. But I'm still innocent, ignorant, confident in my safety. So I blithely descend the stairs to the cafe. And stumble into a nightmare of flesh and blood and bone. Yeah. At first, all I can do is look closer, trying to process what I'm seeing. Broken tables, broken chairs, shattered plates, shattered corpses, a cash register abandoned, my father gone. 1, 2, 3. I can't breathe. They say the heart is just a muscle, untied to emotion, but feels like mine has literally burst with horror. I try to scream, but end up throwing up instead. Curled up like a cat, throwing up what feels like all my guts, throwing up until I almost drown in my own vomit, and by the time I'm done, my throat is too raw to make a sound. There are so many commas in that one sentence. That was one sentence. Distant cheers from the square. I dash out of the shop, desperate to find someone, anyone, who can explain what's going on. Ew, fuck. The moment I set foot outside, I understand. The square is burning, piles of bodies litter the ground. Above it all, the church bell tolls. The townspeople have been split into 2 camps. The hunters and the hunted, the killers and the victims. Those who have lost their humanity, and those who are still clinging to it. I can't make heads or tails of any of this. I'll probably never understand. All I know is that the apocalypse came while I was in bed, I missed the memo. My gut clenches as I realize that my mother and father must have left me behind. Nah, I think they did. It's lucky I can't scream in the end. That may be the only reason I make it off the main street unnoticed. All I want is to find my parents. I'm sure they'll realize it's too dangerous here. I bet they're outside of the town waiting for me. I flee through the side streets and down to the hill to the major road. This area is mostly fields, so I don't expect to find help, but something tells me the further out of town I am, the better. Something as in that the other person from before. However, I find my path blocked by an unfamiliar wall. A 10-meter high edifice surrounds the town. Wow, when did that get there? A crowd of grown-ups has gathered at the base. They're arguing, fighting, killing each other. Their faces twisted in anger, or scarier than the monsters in the square. You can't knock it down, you idiots, someone shrieks. Someone climb it and drop a rope down from the top. In this nightmare, the idea seems perfectly logical. The grown-ups stop fighting and start working together to climb the wall. Relief washes over me. I was scared to approach while they were all so angry, but now it should be alright. But just as I step out of cover, a rough hand grabs my shoulder. Once again, I'm thankful that I can't scream.
待って。今近づいちゃダメだ。
I think it's the same dude. It's the exchange student from the east, the one who makes my heart flutter. He pulls me back into the shadows. He's out of breath with a face that looks like he's been through hell and back. Why did you do that? We might be able to get out of here.
それはそうなんだけど。
His answer trails off. He stares at the wall, his face drawn in. More grown-ups arrive. Escapees from the town. More than I can count. It's hard to believe that so many people have been living alongside me all this time. But their numbers do them no good. All they need to do is form a human tower. But they're still fighting over who gets to be on top. And then it happens. The zombies come. What? I noticed something emerging from the ground. Another wall! Oh, they're gonna get sandwiched. Something dark, translucent, and very, very high. A second wall, tracing the first one from the inside. Shouts rise from the crowd as people start to notice. They run back to the wall that's been risen behind them and batter their fist against it. But it won't budge. Unless my eyes are playing tricks on me, it's starting to move. They're gonna get sandwiched! Oh no. Something awful's about to happen.
動く！この壁動くぞ！おい！どうなってるんだ！村長を呼べ！下がれ！押すなよ！下がれクソども！おい、これ止まらないぞ！止まらないぞ！早く俺を上に上げろ！上げてくれよ！
Wow, so many people in France speak Japanese.
押すな！つぶら！橋はまずい！もう隙間がない！真ん中だ！真ん中に逃げ！手が挟まって！おい！助けるんだ！
Man, we're really going down the horror route this time. And the walls close like an old-fashioned juice press. Over 100 people are slowly but steadily pressed into pulp, until all that's left of them is a harvest of precious blood. Oh, you can see someone on top. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! You see oh, you can see Love on the left. I'm assuming the spider one is going to be Dr. Rock. You see a lot of people here. Holy crap! But the one that stands out the most is the big one. I don't really know what I'm looking at for a lot of these. I'm just surprised Ro is here, to be honest. Okay.
逃げよう。ここにいちゃいけない。
That's probably a good idea. Atop the battlements, a freakish menagerie savors spectacle. Damn. He grabs my hand and leads me back into town. I follow along in a daze. It's strange. I can't shake the feeling that one of the faces I saw in the crowd pleading with me for help through the transparent wall was my mother's. Oh. We see all sorts of strange sights as we run. It's like an art exhibit. Odd sculptures dotted the road back to the town square. A glance reveals them to be human-sized cacti. A closer look reveals them to be human-sized humans. Although I wouldn't blame anyone for thinking that they were cacti, all wrapped up in thorns like that. Blood rose bloom all over them. A garden of beautiful rug melons growing from the human soil. All that remains of the people beneath our heads, with mouths stretched into blissful smiles. Some were torn apart by living corpses, others mistaken for demons and killed by their friends. But I think all of them are luckier than the people at the wall. That's how I want to die. That's how I'd want to die if I could choose. In my sleep, dreaming happy dreams. It's like a masquerade. Great big bugs squirm along the streets. Insects with 6 legs, spiders with 8. Long wriggling creatures with more. Turn me back, they sing in tearful chorus. I don't have to look closely to tell that they're humans with extra bits growing out of them. Yeah, I think this might be Dr. or Rock related. We're zooming in on the spider too. Was there ever a purer love than this? Oh, how it grieves me that you are blind to it. Love gives, love nurtures, love strengthens. Rejoice, my children, for my love for you is endless. A mechanical insect croons its love in a voice no organic throat could produce. Oh, and it leaps away. It walks in midair, across an enormous web spun between rooftops. Its hulking body is so monstrous, just the sight of it corrodes my will to live. The devil from the fairy tales would pale next to this. The 8 legs gleam as they scurry on thin air. 8 spindly fingers playing a dizzying tarantula. There was more. Whole streets frozen solid, a plague of holes pockmarking the ground. A flock of gorgeous doves picking out those who no longer care to run. Well, you know the frozen streets is Vlove, so. I am really curious as to who a lot of these are. This one looks really menacing too. I thought I might go crazy. Or rather, I thought I might loop back around to sanity and go crazy a second time. Far past breaking point, I numbly let him drag me in his wake. My presence seems to help him cling to sanity. Aww, they're helping each other. He stops and mutters to himself. My brain, having long given up on thinking, all I can offer is a flat, non-committal response. The power of God will smite them and keep them out. Yeah, sure. So he slips through the doors with me and Tao. There are lots of people inside. My father is one of them. I dive into his arms, overcome by warmth and guilt. I finally break down and cry. The chapel has become a place of refuge. More than 50 people huddle beneath its roof, waiting for the dawn, hoping against hope that daybreak will end this nightmare and return their ordinary lives. But it's not to be.
ああ、なんて嘆かわしい。町中の人間が殺到すると期待していたのに、集まったのはこれだけなんて。この時代は不信心者が多すぎる。
Footsteps echo through the cavernous hall. Is she wearing clothes? I can't tell. A figure approaches from the altar, her red eyes shining in the darkness. Oh, damn!
でも、だからこそ歓迎しましょう。ここに集まったあなたたちこそ、生贄にふさわしい敬虔な信者ですから。
Ciel with red eyes seems kind of weird. Oh, but what is that thing on her neck? Oh shit. Nice cape though. Damn, they showed her full body for like 2 seconds. And we became toys to pass the time. Ooh. Yikes. A pool of blood forms in the chapel. With a sickly crunch, the floor collapses, trapping us at the bottom of a feeding pit. She says she wants to find the best way to keep us fresh. One of my classmates is the first to be chosen. Starting from his extremities and working in, she rolls him up like a tube of toothpaste, squeezing screams and innards from his mouth. One by one. She must be pleased with the results. She takes in a similar approach with the second and third, holding one into a living box, flattening the other into a living carpet. Wow, Noel also kind of picked up on these hobbies, man. One by one. She's waiting for someone, killing time until they arrive. It reminds me of myself, absent-mindedly dripping a hand into a bag of chips as I stare at the television. What she's doing now is no different. Does this say something? Oh no, I think it's just blood splatter and the horizontal lines are blood that got caught up in the crevices of the bricks. The church is one big foil bag, or nothing more than human chips, waiting to be picked up and eaten. One by one. The pool starts to fill, not with blood, but with human beings squashed flat. We scream, we pray, help us, help us! Scourge, scourge! All together, we scrape at the walls. And then, after our nails are torn off, smack, smack, smack. One by one. She chooses a man next, the one holding on to me, the one whose name I can't remember no matter how hard I try. I cry and scream, but she won't listen. I hit her to try to make her stop, but she only laughs. Then does she do the cruelest thing yet? No. And no, please don't kill him, don't kill him, don't kill him. No, my father. No, please stop. No, you're hurting him. Oh God, he's so small. He's smaller than an apple. Please, no, don't eat him, don't eat him. I'll kill you last. No, he's not disgusting. Don't throw him away. Someone catch him. Oh God, pick him up, please, before someone else steps on him. One by one. The people are half gone. The pool is half full. We're all too scared to look her in the eye anymore. We just press our faces to the warm, fleshy ground and beg for mercy. One by one, she takes us. But in the end, none of it matters. Dawn isn't coming. Someone finally whispers. As one by one, carefully but coldly, she us. I knew it was bad, but I didn't think the event that happened 13 years ago was this bad. Holy shit. She picks one of us out every hour, so about 3 days must have passed by now. Oh my God, 3 days in this hellhole, literally. Fuck. I look up to see that there are only a few of us left. The last few chips at the bottom of the bag. Oh, okay, so this guy's still alive. I hear a voice by my ear. He hasn't been scrunched up yet, though he's missing an eye and a leg. Oh fuck. I look for her, but she's gone. There's a strange whistling noise outside. It must be windy today. Damn, all for the sake of Noel. He's our light in the darkness. None of us are thinking about escape anymore. We just want her to take us away so it can all be over. But he's different. His eyes are bright and warm. There's something so human about him, working his hardest to save somebody else. We piled them up, suits of human flesh, one on top of another, like stairs leading up to heaven until they reached the top of the pool. He takes me by the hand. We pull ourselves over the top of the high wall. Everybody cheers as we stand up. But that's the problem with people. It's so easy to give them hope. Yeah. He steadies himself against a pew and knocks over the stairs we all built. Why would he do that? He's right. Now that I'm empty inside, even I can see it. I wouldn't notice 1 or 2 chips missing, so she probably wouldn't either. But I still don't understand. He breaks the pew to use it as a walking stick. Then he leads me outside. To the hometown, I would have given anything to see. Ah, so he basically tells everyone to build up this thing so everyone can get out, but he ends up breaking it after he and Noel gets out. A crowd of scary monsters is waiting for us. He pushes me forward, so I stumble in front of them. The only way he can escape is to make them focus on me. Aww. I don't hate him for doing it. He isn't a bad person. He's just doing what he has to. Even good people do bad things sometimes when they need to survive. Oh man, shit. He isn't a bad person, but you really shouldn't have said that. They're like, wait, I can hear something. He screams as they bite into him, while I, with my throat scraped raw, still couldn't scream if I tried. He was the first to make a noise, so he was the one they ate. I lie where I fell, looking at him being gnawed to the bone, looking up at the town I no longer recognize. I watch as they come to an end. The death of my hometown was a little thing, all told. At least, next to what's happening to the world, a profane revolution is stirring. I can see it so clearly now. Even a broken little girl like me has a third eye to open. This was a ritual, and my hometown was the altar. Is Arco gonna descend from the heavens? Oh, what the fuck was that? But the ritual ends in failure. An apparition in white comes to kill my tormentor, who falls to the earth in front of me with a splat. Oh wow, oh shit, so, okay, yeah. That's Ciel right in front of her now. I want to run, but I'm frozen stiff. Her glassy eyes stare up at me. I see myself reflected there, the discarded doll I am. And for the rest of the long, long night, I keep watch over myself, pathetic and powerless. So, Shiki, you still think she's hot? A violent nausea assails me, but I manage to stand my ground. I press a hand against my forehead as my brain swims in a drunken haze. The bones of my injured arm shudder painfully with the movement, finally returning me to myself. Oh. I thought that was gonna break you, but you seem like you're kind of fine. Was that like something you're into? That's kind of weird. I thought you said I wasn't human no more. My cardiopulmonary functions resume with a start. I drink in oxygen like a drowning man. Oh, how long did I spend submerged in someone else's life? Those weren't my own memories or my own dreams. They were hers. I was living out the events of Noel's past. It's probably only been a few minutes in the real world. But for me, trapped in an illusion and forced to watch the reel of Noel's memories, more than 6 days have passed. Yeah, we're super Shiki.
今じゃ四季君は半分吸血鬼。死ぬような目にあっても生き延びるんだっけ。ほんと、生き汚いにも程があるわ。ルアの精神ごと夢の中で殺せると思ったのに。
In the depths of my brain, I feel someone answer her. The true mystic eyes of roses might have posed a challenge, but your paltry imitation was a mere annoyance. I'd win.
でも、その人は耐えきれなかったみたい。
Oh, the mental attacks got her.
そうよね。もう一度あの出来事を体験させてあげたんですもの。ルアに乗っ取られて心が死んで、心祖に殺されて体も死んだ。一人一人の死に様も教えてあげた。今頃は記憶の中で一人ぼっち。 二度と目覚めないのではないかしら。
シエル先輩
I ignore Noel and call out her name. Her eyes won't open. I cry her name again, shake her shoulders, slap her cheeks, but she refuses to wake.
無駄よ。私の魔眼から自力で抜け出したのはあなただけ。そいつはもう目覚めないわ。だって心が死んでいるもの。見せつけられた罪に耐えきれず、自分から覚醒を拒否した大罪人。卑怯で下劣な肉人形なんだから。
It's all about sins, holy crap. He stopped saying that word.
先輩シエル先輩
Undeterred, I keep at it. She's still alive, I know it. Every time I say her name, she twitches a little. Ciel! Her shoulders shudder like she's crying.
諦めの悪い人ね。ああ、生きて出てこれたのもその往生際の悪さがあったから。でも無駄な努力よ。どうあってもあなたは助からない。命乞いを聞く耳もないし、逃がすのなんて絶対にない。あなたはここで夢の中のどんな死に方より痛くてひどくておかしい死に方で殺されるの。あ、でもその前にせっかくだから聞いておこっと。
Okay, and what is
こ
that?
れってレアかつ一度きりの美味しい機会だし。
Am I still your type?
ねえ、私の中はどうだった？濃密すぎて興奮した？可愛すぎて浴場した？癖になるぐらい酩酊した？
You know what? Seeing how this is supposed to be Noel, I'm not surprised she phrased it like that.
っていうか、そいつがどのくらい最悪で私がどのくらい正しいか分かってくれた？心の底から謝って二人仲良く私に殺されたくなったかしら。
She smiles gleefully. The ring of zombies close around us. Before me, the girl I love is trapped in a nightmare with her eyes wide open.
そうかよ
No more holding back. Somewhere in my brain, a firing hammer falls. Our position couldn't be any worse. There's not a second to waste. I just kill her quickly and cleanly? Yeah, I'll try the first one. She has to die. I take off my glasses and launch into a sprint. If Noel is the source of the nightmare I just went through, then killing her should set Ciel free. I can't leave her to relive those memories, which means I've got to shut this vampire up as quickly as I can.
来た来た。四季君ったら我慢が効かないんだ。これだから若い子はちょろいっていうか。考えてること丸分かりで嬉しくなっちゃうくらい哀れよね。
Well, predictable. I guess we're fucking dead. Zombies close in for me on both sides as I run. Noel stands ahead of me, licking her lips, delighted that I've taken the bait.
ごめん、今は私の方が若いんだった。四季君が哀れなのは若いからじゃなくて、そんな女に騙される頭。
A paltry 5 zombies can't stop me now. Don't stop me now. I'm having such a good time. My newfound vampirism has nothing to do with it. After going toe-to-toe with Ciel, these mindless husks are nothing more than hurdles made of meat. She's like, wait, what?
どういうことよ。今のよりすぐりなのよ。
Their best weren't enough. She realizes that there's no stopping me and leaps backwards. The distance between us grows 10 meters in an instant, but that won't save her. 4 more seconds and I'll take her head.
ああ、そう。なら。
The same spikes that skewered Ciel fly at me. With their simple trajectories, dodging them is trivial. 3 more seconds until she's in knife range.
後ろ後ろ。
In my extended peripheral vision, I see the metal spikes approaching their real target. Without me to intercept them, they streak towards Ciel, who's still slumped, defenseless on the ground. I don't hesitate for a second. As the spikes approach Ciel, I ignore them entirely. Yeah, I was gonna say, I know you wouldn't want to see your loved ones hurt like that, but she is immortal. So, yeah.
こいつ
You little... I expected she might target Ciel to throw me off. I was prepared for that when I made my choice.
あ、もう
She's gonna be like, just as I expected. 2 seconds. My battered left arm is a problem. It's throwing my balance off as I run, creating a 0.3 second discrepancy. But that's an acceptable margin of error. The last step will take me close enough to...
どうしてそう私の勘に触るのかな
She's got her tongue out like, yeah. I don't understand my own reaction. Behind Noel stands a zombie. By its side is a girl my age. I see her eyes wide open in terror. As a vampire's fang claps down on her neck. It's a girl my age. Is it gonna be Mizuka? Or Akiha? The volley of spikes is painfully crude. I can't even react before they run me through. My field of view drops to the ground. How humiliating. I slumped to my knees before the vampire I was about to kill. For the slightest of moments, my focus detached from hers, like a sticker being peeled away. All my single-minded determination undone by one external stimulus. It's laughable.
あと一歩だったのに残念
It was a girl. I mean, if it was enough to make Shiki stop, I assume it's someone he knows. And the girls his age are people in the Tohno mansion, so Akiha and the twins. And the ones we know from school, so like Yumizuka. And I guess Saiki. But we haven't really seen Mio Saiki in a very long time. Those are the only ones I remember off the top of my head. Just confirming, a girl about my age. Maybe it's a random girl and Shiki was just thrown off.
でも内容自体は100点満点だったわ今のは四季君のミスじゃないから減点はしないであげる
Trying to act like a goddamn teacher. Oh, the serrated blade. She hums to herself as she yanks out one of the spears. Blood sprays in its wake as flesh and vein catches on its edge.
ねえ不思議だったどうして手が止まったのか全然わからないでしょ
Whoever said vampires don't feel pain was a goddamn liar. This is more excruciating than anything I felt when I was human.
ごめんねあなたが私の記憶を見ていたとき私もあなたの記憶を見せてもらっちゃった
Oh, she can do that? I guess her special vampire power is memory. Not even manipulation, but like just memory stuff.
四季君本人も忘れているとっても楽しい子供時代の大切な思い出をね
Okay. So she can see memories that we don't even remember. Each spear she pulls out incinerates my brain. But that will heal over time. The real problem is my blood. The more I lose, the frailer I get, until I'm even weaker than an ordinary human. Ah, okay.
それを見てわかったの君は今の光景を無視できないもうどうしようもないほど手遅れで救いがなくてかわいそうな生き物だってことがね
What moment would that be? It's something in Shiki's past that he wouldn't remember, and it has something to do with a girl being hurt. The only moment we know about Shiki's past is the stuff with the other Shiki and child Akiha, but I don't think Akiha ever got injured in his past memories that we know of. Unless they're referring to like the very first moment of the game that is still unexplained to me, so I still don't understand what's happening. That might be it actually, because the intro scene has to be there for a reason. I don't know though. Oh fuck. She pulls out the final spear. I'm running out of blood fast. I don't have many options left. But I do still have my knife. Her neck is just 20 centimeters out of reach. If she'd only lean a little closer.
趣味が悪いって。
Is this gonna be the right choice? I'm gonna be honest, I thought rushing her was gonna be a bad choice. Yeah, I don't know.
殺すならさっさと殺せよ。
I lift my head to look her in the eyes. Now it's up to fate. Now it's up to Tsukihime. The rest of the world fades away. I block out everything but the two of us. This is my last shot. I focus all my senses on her.
私の趣味が悪い？そうね。ここからが本番だもの。身も心もめちゃくちゃに犯してあげる。
Why are you like this, Noel? Why? Laughing, she stares into the face of her defeated foe. Her triumphant leer draws closer. 0. Her head drops cleanly to the ground. And she's done. She's like, eh. Like a ripe apple falling from a tree. Thank God it was Noel. With anyone else, that might not have worked. She's too stupid. My consciousness dims as I bleed out. With knife in hand, I topple into the darkness. Wow. That might have been the right choice. We end up killing her. What the? My voice fades into the black. I don't understand. I should be unconscious. Yet despite expending the last of my strength, I'm awake. Not just awake, I'm brimming with energy. Oh no, I think Roa's gonna manifest now. I look myself over. Only scars remain of the bloody hole left by Noel's spikes.
まさか。
Did Roa save me somehow? I can't think of any other explanation. In a very real sense, our fates are linked. Did he pull me back from the brink to save himself?
でもそれなら。
That would make sense. I'm not out of the woods yet, but I'll live to fight another day. Oh god damn it, she's still alive.
Noel!
I tense as laughter echoes around me, but I can't see its source anywhere, nor can I sense her presence. Come to think of it, where am I, and why is it so dark?
ロアのおかげかとかおかしい。あんなやつ私が許すわけないじゃない。ここにいるのはあなただけよ、四季君。
どこにいるノエル！
My voice cracks with unease.
どこってまだわからない？もう仕方ないな。はい、特別サービスね。
Okay, we're still getting a lot of human Noel's mannerisms. A familiar debris-strewn crater appears before me. I see a crowd of zombies. Ciel still impaled. Myself slumped over on my knees. It's only been seconds since I cut off Noel's head. Wait, something isn't right. What am I looking at here? Something's gonna appear the next time he blinks or some shit.
なんだこれ!
I try to run to Ciel's side, but nothing happens. My vision stays rigidly still. Instead, I slam into something with a soft thud. There's an invisible wall in front of me. Unbreakable, impenetrable, like the edge of a world. I raise my right hand, but my knife isn't in it. I don't see any lines of death to cut. The scar on my chest is gone, as are my headaches and my anemia. Did she separate his soul or something? I don't get it. And the ever-present whisper of Roa's bloodlust.
夢。夢だ。これは夢だ。でも。
But my senses tell me that I'm awake. Somehow I know this is reality. The sensation is sickeningly familiar. This is how it feels to be trapped in Noel's mystic eyes. Which must mean...
私の瞳の中よ。と、あなたのトラウマ、いただいちゃった。
Her voice echoes in the darkness. That explains why I couldn't feel her. She plucked my mind right out of my body.
あなたの方から私を熱心に見てくれたでしょ?
What are these mystic eyes called? I don't really quite get it.
そのおかげでもう一度、あなたをバラの魔眼に映し込めたの。さっきは私の記憶だったけど、今度は魔眼そのものに中身をズキュー隠して四季君の精神はこっち側に。
Oh, okay, I guess that works.
外に残された肉体には言うまでもなく。
Well, I'ma kill it. And I watch as Shiki Tohno lurches heavily to his feet. His mouth twists into a cruel grin as he shuffles like a zombie towards Ciel.
当然、四季君がこっちにいるんだから、あっちにいるのはロアだけよね。
That is a weird way of potentially killing Roa, actually. To separate the... I don't know if it's a mind or a soul, but it actually separated Shiki from Roa. Shiki Tohno advances, leaving me behind. And directly in his path is Ciel's immobile body, which is a typo because they forgot a space between path and is.
やめろやめろダメだ先輩逃げて
I pound against the inside of Noel's pupils. My fists have no impact. They don't even make a sound.
見て見て、ほらちゃんと見て。あの女は四季君の手で八つ裂きにされて、ロアに全てを奪われるの。
I mean, if Roa is the main cause of all your hatred, why are you letting him do this?
どうなかなかのオチじゃない？
Laughter fills my ears, so sugary I could vomit.
うるさい黙ってろ出せ出せ
Outside, the dissection is the beginning. My knife carves lovingly through Ciel's flesh. Slowly, carefully, as though savoring its subject's suffering. Oh god. 17 pieces Ciel version.
出せ出せよ出して
I guess Roa would have Shiki's mystic eyes because I think that's a physical attribute he has. So
お願いし
she
ます
could kill Ciel.
出してくださいノエル先生
Apparently, my mind can still injure itself. My wrists break from slamming against the walls, but I don't stop. I can't. The only hope I have of stopping the tragedy occurring before my eyes is begging.
たまんない。これが吸血鬼の楽しみ。魂を凌辱するってこういうことなんだ。
Her voice hangs in the air like heavy incense. No matter how much I plead, no matter what I offer, she has no intention of listening. I've learned that well enough by now. My own powerlessness brings bitter tears to my eyes. There's nothing I can do, not a single thing.
いいえ、そんなに自分を下げちゃダメよ。だって私に飼われている限りできること、やるべきことはたくさんあるんだから。
Oh shit, oh god, this is a fate worse than death. We can't die now, we're stuck with Noel.
あなたには自分のトラウマを見せてあげる。任せて、同じ展開なんてさせないから。犠牲者が1人だったら次は2人に、指を1本失うなら次は2本に。思い出すだけで心が削られる思い出を少しずつ少しずつより悲惨なものに変えていって、ひとかけらの救いもない思い出になったら、それが本物なんだってあなたの過去に組み込むの。 それでもまだ心が壊れなかったら、その時はもっとひどい地獄を用意してあげる。楽しみね。
A rose in the sky billows above me. Once I was Shiki Tohno, but now I'm just a nameless actor trapped on a stage with no way out. Okay, yeah, okay, never mind. Shiki failed, and this is definitely gonna be a bad end. It's because we kept confronting her and we kept activating her mystic eye, it seems. And she well then. This should be 19, I believe. Yep. Oh man. Alright, what's special about this one? Alright, school in the afternoon with a rose petal on the bottom left. Teach me, Ciel sensei! Ah, she's here.
死んではいないものの、死より辛い結末を迎えてしまった。
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
そんな瞳の中の遠野くんに一声かける Q&A コーナー。教えて、シエル先生の時間です。
She's awfully chipper considering the fact that she just got sliced into 17 pieces.
すっげー、元シスターのはっちゃけぶりがすっげー。やっぱ薄赤ゲージがカンストしていたサブヒロインの爆発力は目を見張るものがある。追い込み方がどうに入ってるんだよにゃ。プロの仕事つうか。えげつない、ひたすらにえげつない。そこんところどう思うシエル。
Welcome to the 17 Pieces Club.
なぜ私に意見を求めるんです？今回の原因は直前の選択肢ですね。
Yeah, you fucked up.
戦うという発想は良かったのですが、状況が最悪でした。使徒になってもノエルは臆病なので、その人間の一番重いところを利用することを避けていました。でもスイッチの入ってしまった遠野くんの非人間性がノエルに最後の一線を越えさせた。
She locked in because Shiki locked in. I got you.
こいつここまで行かれてるなら私もやっちゃっていいじゃん。結果使徒ノエルは対等の式の切り札を切ったのです。
なるほどな。ライバルのショップが9割引きするならうちも9割引きするしかないじゃんみたいな。まあその先に待つのは破滅にゃんだけど。にゃははでメガネ君を仕留めた方法はノエル本人の起点としてった。その後の非淑女的悪魔行為に関してコメントはないのかにゃんシエル君。ここにある資料によると
This is like a intense song.
あいつは殺すのも殺されるのにも慣れている。私のやり方は大体あいつの真似。今回の加害者であるノエル嬢はそう供述しているようですが。
Why is she doing some Ace Attorney cut and shit?
それでは今回はこの辺で。
バイバイ。
いつも通りクリーンでオープンな教えてシエル先生でした。こいつ笑顔で済ませやがった。
She was not listening to you this entire time. Bye bye. See you next time. Alright. I think that's where I'm gonna stop for today. That's a pretty decent chunk. We got to see what Dead Apostle Noel looks like. So yeah. You got the pink Noel. I remember mentioning this. I was like, when Noel first showed up, I was like, I remember seeing someone like her before. But like, there was a pink version. I don't really know what that is. And now we have the answers. Alright, we have a lot of the CGs, which is kind of surprising. I thought we'd still be missing, honestly, a lot of them because we haven't finished the story. But yeah, I guess we're gonna get more later. But I want to look at the endings list. So you got 3 more bad endings, and we still have these 2. I don't really quite get it. That clearly means that I mean this route. Sorry, this game contains 2 routes. It's the Ciel and Arcwood route. But does that mean there's gonna be 2 routes for Ciel? I mean, I mean, it couldn't be a bad and a good one, right? Because all the bad ones on the bottom. So I guess it has to be like a neutral and a true route, right? I guess. I'm surprised they have that for Ciel, not like Arkwit, since Arkwit is literally like the cover girl and the one that's seemingly the most popular with the community. But I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea. But we'll continue with this fight against Noel next time. And until then, I will be seeing you. See ya!